murders! Hello interwebs and welcome back to Let's Play Ace Attorney Investigations 2. My name's SkiniMini.
And I'm Pharaoh.
Last episode, we pretty much got the final pieces of evidence to figure out who the murderer is. And Judge Courtney and DeBest showed up and they tried to, break us down with their supposed findings, and we decided to no, we found this. And we are about to show her who the real murderer is. And if this is right, then my theory is correct. The person who used the break room is Patricia
Regina Berry, no! Okay, I'm sorry.
Patricia
Take that!
I'm sorry.
No, don't apologize. I'm just oh my god.
There has to be something I need to apologize for eventually in these recordings.
Nah. I'll let you know if you do.
Okay. Oh, she'll let me know. Nina! Okay, I'm sorry. The murderer. The murderer is. You're good.
Missile, no!
Missile, no!
Oh.
Warden Roland.
Oh my. What an energetic little puppy.
That's because this dog is extremely fond of sweets. It seems to detect a sweet scent on you.
Oh, heavens no. I'm not even wearing perfume or anything of the sort.
What the dog detects is the sweet scent of death.
How poetic. However, that does not imply that I committed a murder.
That's what I think. Oh! What?
The warden is the murderer? Mr. Edgeworth, are you serious about your statement? Oh, how amusing. The very thought of a warden committing a murder. It sounds like something out of a mystery novel. Precisely. Your reasoning is in contempt.
Hold it!
Nothing of the sort. I did not want to believe it myself, but based on the evidence I have no choice but to believe it. This evidence proves that Warden Roland is the murderer.
The circuit breaker, because... well, no.
There's one thing I'm looking at that might be a little bit better.
See, we didn't even look at the evidence beforehand. Doggone it.
That's, it's us.
Oh, the sweet scent. The crime scene notes?
That's what I'm thinking.
Because of the sweet scent.
Yeah.
Because she smelled good.
Take that!
I mean, I guess.
Sorry, that was really weird.
I mean, you do your thing, I guess. The smell gave you away. Oh God,
Missile, stop!
Freaking possessed. Give me your soul! I'm like, alright.
Oh my god.
As you can plainly see from this disturbing image, someone has taken notice.
This police dog?
He tracked the sweet smell that came from the body. And right now he is telling us that the same scent is also on Warden Roland.
Who? Do you need to order a Hulu subscription? What's with...
Hulu!
I'm I don't want to do this noise because it sounds suggestive.
I mean, give her a shot. Just don't.
She's
what the fuck is that, Danny? That's just I don't know. Was that suggestive? I mean, how else are you supposed to do it?
You just had 3 noises come from you.
I mean...
You said...
I sound like Tim Allen.
Oh my god, sorry. Don't worry. You're a cruel one to accuse me of murder based on something like that. Right, Justine, darling?
She's doing the Wakanda pose.
Wakanda forever!
Wakanda.
Have you seen that movie yet?
Nope.
So Carmina.
Danny, you know I haven't seen like multiple Marvel movies. I am far behind like even Avengers. I still gotta see Age of Ultron before. It appears that Judge Courtney has reached the same conclusion as I have.
Mr. Edgeworth, this couldn't have been a coincidence, could it?
The key to the breaker room in the same center of the body. If it were only one, it could have been seen as such. Please.
It appears we have reached a conclusion. We should now listen to what the Warden has to say.
Indeed. Until we do, we cannot close this case.
Duh. Oh my goodness, everyone with such scary faces. So I'm the one who could have been the murderer? That just cannot be. Maybe that's why she's wearing a big coat. Maybe she's got stains on her dress.
I mean, she's a dumbass if she never took off the dress. I mean, she had multiple days.
That's true.
But again, it's Ace Attorney game. They didn't flip over a receipt in the second case ever, so.
Oh my god!
I'm gonna still bring it up. I mean, come on now.
Why can't I be the killer? I mean, why I can't be the
I want to be the killer, damn it!
I screwed it up.
That's fine.
I heard all the case from Justine Darling here. Had I committed the murder, it would have taken place inside the holding cell. But I couldn't have moved the body. I never went into the prison. I was caught up in my work. Up until the show, I was stuck in my office. Check up on it if you'd like. You'll find there's no record of me entering the prison. I don't know what reasoning you had, but I can say for sure, I cannot be the killer.
The missile barked at you, pal. You've got to be the culprit.
Oh heavens, it's not possible. I already told you, I never went to the prison. If you think I'm lying, why don't you check the records?
She wants us to check the records. She does seem confident. For now, all we can do is listen to her and try to draw out more information.
I do hope you understand, Mr. Edgeworth. You stop hugging yourself, that's weird.
I mean, that's what she likes, I guess.
Okay. Alright, so had I committed it would have taken place. I want to go back to where she talked about records. Because I'm like, what records are you referring to?
I guess that was kind of toward the back, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's the last statement.
Oh.
Check about if you like, you find it. Okay, press.
Hold it!
Press, there you go, jeez. You did not enter the prison from the entrance. But what if there was another route?
Oh my, are you suggesting something like a secret passage? I don't know if anything like that exists.
It is my firm belief you did possess an alternate route. That route was neither the entrance nor a secret passage. The route you used was from here. Oh. I think this is it. He mentioned not from the entrance or a secret route. Okay.
I'm thinking it may be her office, because it looks like there's a door leading out into the courtyard where that fence is.
Right, but I'm wondering, it's one of those things like, logistically, do we click on the office or we click on the courtyard where it has the doors, you know?
Like, oh, where that door is?
Yeah, like, I'm kind of thinking, you see, like, in between the warden's office and the courtyard, there's the garden.
There's that slit for the... Oh, yeah.
I think I'm gonna go, I think that might be it. I'm not sure it's that or the warden's
you try that,
office.
and then, if that doesn't work, I'll try the warden's office.
Okay.
Okay.
That seemed to work?
Okay, sweet.
Take that!
The barbed wire fence?
You would have moved nightly to your office first. This office leads directly to the garden side of the courtyard. If you had moved through here and past the barbed wire fence, you would have arrived at the prison without passing through the entrance or a tunnel.
I wonder what Mr. Edgeworth is saying. Haven't you noticed? There's a high voltage current running through the fence.
Yeah! Obviously she couldn't have passed through it like that.
Boy, if you don't sit down.
The current to the fence could be switched off at the breaker room. And you were the only one who had the key, Warden Roland.
Most amusing, however, the breaker room is located on the prison side of the courtyard. How would the warden have accessed it from the detention center?
Ah, quite right. Gotcha there, Mr. Edgeworth.
That's...
If there is no record of her passing through the prison entrance, it would not have been possible for her to turn off the fence's breaker.
Oh, but Warden Roland was the only one who had access. Don't let this phase you, Miles. But if I don't have a solution for this, she'll get away. Now, Uncle Ray never said, don't think, you know. It's just not good to be so stubborn about it. That's all. But no matter how you think about it, Warden Roland couldn't have done this alone.
Prosecutor Edgeworth, if you have failed to come up with a new Okay.
Oh, he stays quiet, too, afterwards.
Yep. I am not amused. Interrupting my judgment only to be silent?
Without thinking, I just blurted out objection. I have to answer. I won't let this end here.
Oh.
What?
I was gonna make a joke, but never mind.
Oh, come on.
I can't.
Is that bad?
It's super inappropriate.
Okay, well, I'm gonna hear it after this recording. I don't care.
Yeah, okay.
Oh no, now I'm worried. My reasoning is not over yet.
So how did she use the breaker without leaving the detention center?
It's perfectly possible with this method. What made it possible to turn off the breaker?
Okay, obviously not her position as the warden because, yeah. I want to say she had an accomplice.
Yeah?
Yes. Because the timing doesn't really matter. I kind of want to say accomplice.
Alright, let's try that out. It was indeed impossible for one person. But what if there were two? Exactly! Just what I expected from you, Miles. Yes, you had an accomplice on the prison side.
Enough. I am disappointed in you, Prosecutor Edgeworth.
What's that, pal? You making fun of Mr. Edgeworth?
The inmates at this prison all wear bracelets. Oh, see!
You okay?
Just knocked over my computer.
Okay.
Just give me a second.
You good?
Yeah, just cricket.
No collateral damage?
No, we're good. I'm still recording.
Okay.
The inmates at this prison all wear bracelets. If they try to go wherever they please, they will set off the alarm. Ah! Oh, so you've noticed. This is a prison, after all. Not only the prisoners, but the guards, too, are under constant scrutiny.
So why didn't anyone notice Albert?
The only ones allowed to move freely are the animals. And they certainly could not have used the breaker.
But it's still possible that a person did it.
Excluding the inmates and the guards, just what kind of person would you say it was?
We can't exclude the inmates and guards just yet. There was only one person, one whose movement was not restricted. This evidence shows that there was someone in the prison who could move around freely.
Freaking saw it! Your bracelet doesn't work. as he smashed on the ground. BS. I knew son of a...
I tripped.
I tripped. No.
I'm Santa Claus. Now what?
Jeez.
I was gonna say something way worse.
Oh my god.
Okay.
That is... It looks like the bracelet worn by the prisoners.
This belongs to a certain model inmate, and it's broken.
What? Just who on earth does this belong to?
Frank Sawit, the warden's favorite inmate.
No! Oh my god.
She turned to Dogen. Don't you think it's strange? He managed to keep this hidden while he moved around freely in his daily prison life. Golly! When you think about it like that, it shouldn't be possible.
Ooh.
I'd hazard a guess that this was because he was a special case. Just like Sahan Dogen in a special cell.
The prosecutor's statements are mere conjecture.
You could find out by simply asking Sawit himself. It is my firm belief that Mr. Sawit and Warden Roland were partners in crime. Due to their collaboration, another route surfaces. The real route by which Knightley's body was moved to the prison. There were two obstacles that needed to be dealt with. The security camera in the front of Knightley's cell, and the electric fence in the courtyard. Both these problems could have been solved with a single stroke, by having Sawit switch off the breakers in the breaker room.
Mr. Edgeworth, could you wait one moment?
Do you still intend to deny it, Warden Roland?
Oh, I give in. I confess.
Whoa, what?
Oh, Warden Roland, no, this cannot be. Yes, it's just as he says. Frank Sawit and I were partners in crime.
No way!
You did it, Mr. Edgeworth? No, he didn't, because the music's still spooky and suspicious.
Right, it was too easy. Come on. Well done, well done, Miles. At last, we have the real culprit cornered.
Like Mr. Edgeworth said, Frankly operated the breaker. But we were not responsible for Knightley's murder.
What?
Warden Roland, whatever do you mean?
Judge Courtney, would the goddess of law hear my confession?
The goddess of law is merciful. She will absolve you.
I was being threatened. That's why I had no choice but to do as I was told.
So who is threatening you?
Sirhan Dogen, that assassin.
Dogen?
It's been going on since that man came to the prison. I will never forget that day. Oh, when we were both alone, he suddenly said to me,
I have many dogs outside the prison.
Dogs?
Loyal dogs who obey my every command.
I soon realized what Dogen...
Is it Doggin?
I think it is. I just keep saying Dogen because it sounds better in my head.
Oh, I guess. Oh. Oops. Oh well.
What really Dogen referred to were not really dogs, but his human henchmen. And that was not all he said.
You'd better watch how you treat me. If you don't want you and your family to become dog food.
I had no choice. I gave him the special cell. I gave him anything he desired.
Anything he desired? You don't mean the supplier!
That's right. Anything he ordered, I would deliver to him. An underground dealership. I was the one who won over Frankie. It was simple. I just offered him special privilege within the prison.
And these underground dealings?
Once a week, in the middle of the night, Frankie would shut off 2 of the breakers, so I could move from my office to the courtyard without being seen by the security camera. I would go past the fence and drop off the goods down the well near the prison. And then I'd sprinkle this perfume over it.
So that's the true identity of the sweet scent.
The scent of the perfume was a signal for Dogen's dog. After picking up the scent, it would carry the goods to Dogen. Of course, this had to be done while Elbert was away from his cell.
I'm surprised you never found out about it, pal.
We have strict timetable here at the prison. Mealtime, exercise time. It's easy to know when he's away from his cell. And since little Rocky is afraid of Dogen's dog, I didn't have to worry about making noise. Him making noise, sorry.
So, having full knowledge of the prison's inner workings, she made the deliveries herself. This would have ensured there'd be no slip-ups.
Frankie would turn the breakers back on in the early mornings and the delivery was complete. I then modified the timestamp on the security camera.
You have told us a great deal. The goddess of law accepts your penitent confession.
As the warden of the prison, how could I have done such a foolish thing?
I don't believe her. That sounds so stupid. Like, really? You gonna blame it on Dogen? He's already in jail. What's that?
I mean, he is a powerful super assassin, I guess. I mean, we don't know what connections he may or may not have outside in the real world, so, you know, I think it could be viable.
Well, I believe she's the supplier, but I don't think that he threatened her. I don't know. We'll see.
All right, we'll see.
The day Knightley was killed was also a delivery day. It seems Frankie was working the breakers as usual. But that day I had nothing to send, so I did not go to the courtyard at all.
The secret of the supply system. So that Warden Roland was... Yeah, okay. So the reason you kept on interrogating him...
Yes, I was to find his henchman. It was to find his henchman. I borrowed all the evidence from the police and carried out the interrogation myself. I kept an eye on his actions and examined all of his mail.
Mail? Like his correspondence chest letters.
But I could never uncover the true identity of his henchman. This fear, it's something you could never understand.
Prosecutor Edgeworth, you were listening, right? I'd say this confession clears the warden of all suspicion. Is it really necessary to press her further than this?
Is it necessary to further press her?
Yes.
Judge Courtney, my questioning isn't over yet. I'm sure the goddess of law isn't satisfied yet either.
You mean to badger this woman further?
Even if she was threatened by Dogen, this does not prove she was not the culprit in this case. She was able to use the supply route to transport Knightley's body.
Do you have any evidence to support this?
The body gave off a sweet scent. The scent of perfume that was used to signify a delivery. Can you explain this fact?
Oh, of course. Since I have made so many deliveries, the scent would have lingered around the well. When the body was moved through the well, the scent would have transferred to it.
Mr. Elbert also testified to this fact. Oh yeah, it was nice scent.
Nice scent.
And it smells sweet like candy.
Like candy.
The lingering scent in the well would, of course, be picked up by anything passing through. The defense rests, I see. In that case, a court is adjourned. Mr. Edgeworth, isn't there anything we can do?
What should I do? Is this as far as I can go?
Brain blast.
Is it over already?
Boy,
You
get
didn't
out.
do anything.
Yes, Sebastian, it is. And now court is officially adjourned. Thank you.
Who was that?
Aw, he didn't do his objection, dang it.
Objection!
Hold it. It's not nice of you to adjourn things just like that, Courtney Pie. Mr. Shields.
Are you... Sorry, my phone vibrated.
Oh, it's okay.
Sorry. Are you objecting to the court adjourning?
Of course not. I ain't got no objection or anything like that. Go ahead and adjourn court. Do whatever you like.
Hey, what are you doing, Mr. Shields?
Whoa there. Calm down, Kay. Who wants some chocolate?
Is this a joke?
You'll have to excuse me. I just have one tiny request to make. Is Simon Key's attorney?
That's right. You're the defense attorney in charge of this case, aren't you?
Exactly. Did you all forget? That's so mean.
But you just left everything to Mr. Edgeworth and didn't do anything at all.
Yes, that's right. That's why I thought I'd do my job a bit.
Do your job? That hardly sounds like you at all.
It's to prepare for the trial. I'd like to ask the warden a few questions.
Surely you jest. What more would you expect to hear from her?
Well, Miss Warden, I'd like to hear your thoughts on the culprit.
My thoughts?
Well, Uncle Ray believes that Simon is not the culprit. It seems that Miss Warden also suspects someone other than Simon. I'd like to hear you out.
Mr. Edgeworth, what is Mr. Shields up to?
He's tried to lure Warden Roland into testifying. Why was the supply route used to transport the body? I'd say it was to pin the crime on Dogen.
Ah! I see!
If he committed a murder here, he would be transferred to another prison. One with tighter security.
And that would get rid of the troublemaker!
Exactly. She wouldn't pass up a chance like that. Hey, hold on a sec! A culprit besides Simon? What do you mean? Simon was the one I was supposed to prosecute! Exactly. So wouldn't it be better if the best also listened to what she has to say?
Amazing, Mr. Shields! You managed to drag Mr. DeBess into this too! Warden Roland, is this acceptable?
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. You understand a woman's heart.
Thank you, Mademoiselle.
Actually, I've thought this over. I'd like to tell you my thoughts. You'll let me speak, won't you? Justine, darling?
Of course. You may speak. Mr. Shields, awesome!
Phew, that was a close shave. Thank you, Mr. Shields. No, I'm still leaving the rest up to you. Remember what I said? A defense attorney never gives up. The fate of our client rests on our shoulders, after all. It'd be uncool if Uncle Ray didn't put that into practice. Now then, Miles, it's your turn to show you'll never give up. Right.
Well then, will you listen to my story?
Okay, so she is being bribed or being, threatened by Dogen. I guess. So it's because she is the supplier, which makes sense. But she's still pinning the crime on Dogen, hence what they just said, to get him, so she can get rid of him, so she could stop being his little supplier.
Seems like it.
Okay. I was like, I don't believe her. She's making that up. I'm like, no, okay, now Dogen, yeah, he's a jerk.
I mean, he's killed people for a living. I mean...
Yeah, so it's like, oh, yeah, he's not good. So it's like...
This killer's no good!
I don't want to end it because I feel like it's too close.
I mean, I'm looking... I'm not sure.
Just keep going.
It's going to be a while. I'm just letting you know.
Oh.
But, I mean, from what I'm seeing here, it looks like it may not be as quick as we think.
It's already 30 minutes. Dang it.
It's up to you.
No, because I feel like it would probably be like an hour and a half long.
Okay.
So, in the next episode, we're gonna listen to her testimony and hopefully nail her. Finish her.
Good job, Danny. Good job. Good job. We're gonna nail Miss Roland hard.
Oh my god, I don't get paid enough for this.
You don't get paid at all. What the hell are you talking about? You don't even pay me.
Oh my god.
Da, 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 da.
So, thank you guys so very much for watching. And if no one's told you that they love you today, we do.
Have a great day, everybody.
Bye.
She is so fed up with me right now.
Oh, you have no idea.
Mm.